Hi there, and welcome to Unscripted Series. Today, we are looking at should a woman downplay her success in order to keep a man. I won't be doing this alone. I have some wonderful ladies in the studio who will be helping me with discussion. My name is Yasapma. I'm going to be your host. After this commercial break, I'll be introducing our guest to us.
CJTV Studio has a professional ultra-modern television studio available for rentals. Our studio is equipped for the most demanding multi-camera productions of broadcasting quality. CJTV Studio is ready for use, and the rental price includes a technical crew, camera equipment, lighting, sound, and live video editing. We can also easily make live broadcast on the internet. Rent our TV studio for your news bulletins, interviews, talk shows, fashion shows, webcast, religious broadcasts, sports shows, and auditions. Contact CJTV Studio for appointments on the following numbers: 0302-220-715 or 0545-059-319.
Do you need a place to hold an event or a place to lodge? Joe's Place, located on the West Hills near New Botiano, Accra, is the place for you.
You are welcome to Joe's Place.
We have a state-of-the-art event center fully equipped with lighting, LED display screens, and sound system. You can hold your live events, live musical concerts, wedding receptions, birthday parties, and church services at our event center. Our wedding reception package includes free decoration of the 200 seating capacity hall. We also provide wedding chairs, tables and covers, flower stands, couple chairs, wedding backdrops. Our 18-bedroom guest house has standard rooms which can be used by 1 or 2 visitors. We provide restaurant services for our guests. You can locate Joe's Place at Red Top, New Botiano, Accra, just some few minutes drive from the West Hills Mall. Please call 0302-961-906.
CJTV, in partnership with the National Theatre, presents Miss Aquaba Fest 22. Are you 18 years and above? And do you have some knowledge about Ghana, our culture, and tourism? Get ready to participate in the maiden edition of the Miss Aquaba Fest, slated for Saturday, 6th August 2022 at the National Theatre, Accra. Auditions will take place on Friday 1st and Saturday 2nd July 2022 at the ultra-modern CJTV Studios at Bekala Paz, Accra. Hurry and register now at www.aquabafestivals.com or call 0245 200 401 or 0242 157 111 for all enquiries. Registration is free. Juicy prizes await the ultimate winner of Miss Aquaba Fest 22, 10,000 cedis cash, a fully loaded paid for one trip to Dubai plus pocket money, and also the opportunity to feature on the cover page of the Aquaba Fest 22 magazine. Register now to take part in this 4-week tourism reality show to crown the winner of the maiden edition of Miss Aquaba. Aquaba Festival 22 is brought to you under the auspices of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and powered by CJ Multimedia. Sponsors:
Welcome back. As I said earlier, today we are looking at should a woman downplay her success in order to keep a man. And I have 2 wonderful ladies in the studio to help me with the discussion. To my immediate left is Queen Nita.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm well. Have you had some jollof to eat today?
Not yet, so I'm still waiting to have my craving, which is the goat meat jollof.
Tolo beefy.
Yes.
You will get that.
Okay,
I'm
waiting.
sure.
I'm waiting.
Next to Queen is Margaret Amwa. Hello, Maggie.
Hi, Yasapoa.
How was the week been?
It's been hectic. Trust me, it's been hectic.
Okay.
I've been moving up and about.
I can imagine.
So I came here very tired and stressed, but I think I'm fine.
Yes, you have to,
Yes.
because we are here.
Yes, because we are here, and so we move.
Yes, we move. So let's go straight into our discussion too. I'm going to start with you, Queen. Today we're looking at should a woman downplay her success in order to keep a man. I like to always situate it in context, especially with our immediate environment. When you got hold of the topic, if I should put it that way, what was your initial reactions to it?
For me, I have quite observed, not just even within our cultural setting, but I think generally as a whole, across different cultures and different jurisdictions, even across race and all that, I think that women that are more successful find it very difficult to meet men that most likely would meet their status, be it financially, be it professionally, or be it socially. And so you realize that either the women marry very late, okay, and most of the time the people they tend to marry are divorcees mostly, or they marry very early, in the sense that they end up marrying their college sweethearts or their childhood sweethearts, because then this is a relationship that has been nurtured, you know, from teenage or adolescence or college and all that. So it's because they've been on the same trajectory, then she tends to settle early and still pursue a career. But if she's had to pursue a career and achieve success to some extent, it's quite difficult for her to get the kind of man that she wants. So either she marries very late and ends up marrying most likely a divorcee, or she would have to lower her standard and end up being with somebody that is perhaps a level or two lower than she is. But for as long as the person understands her and supports her path, that's her career, and is not intimidated by her status, then she ends up marrying the person. However, you also realize that because she's of a certain status and she's choosing to settle with somebody who is a step down or 2 steps down, she intends end up boosting the person to match up with her status. Because at the end of the day, you see, I'll say this: a very successful man with a less successful woman doesn't get talked down on. Okay. When he meets his colleagues or socializing or anything of sort, he doesn't get talked down on. Do you get it? However, the woman even gets appreciated, that is his partner or his spouse, gets appreciated for having the ability to be able to assimilate into their circle to some extent. But on the other hand, a woman who is with a man who is a level lower than she is, or 2 levels lower than she is, the man gets ignored most of the time in her circles, because they see him not to be somebody who is at par with them. She gets, not ridicule is quite a strong word, but she gets looked down on, as saying, you really had to lower your standard. You get it? And so for that reason, she also tends to go out of her way to get the man to level up with, you know, her status. So for instance, if she's somebody who has a PhD, and perhaps maybe the man has only a bachelor's degree, at some point the man would have to at least acquire a master's degree. Okay. So something like that. Yeah.
All right. I'll go into some aspects of what you said, but I want to come to Margaret. What is success? When a woman or when someone says success, what is the success that we're looking at? To the extent that, like she's saying, the woman at a point has to bring it down just so that she can keep a man, or she even thinks of doing it, even if she doesn't go ahead to do it. What then is success at all?
Thank you. So the word success is relative. To some people, it's attainment of their self-actualization need. Some people, it is being on a higher pedigree in terms of career advancement. Professional-wise, you are doing well. Financially, you are rich or you are worthy. Socially, when we talk of social status, you are on a higher social class. So that is how most people define success in the context of relationship. So if a woman is successful They are looking at the fact that this woman is having everything all carved out. So she's an independent woman. She is rich. She is hardworking. She is ambitious. So she is making everything work towards her achievement, whatever she wants to achieve. It's like she's gotten everything. And so the question, therefore, is, should she downplay her success? Most men feel threatened. That is what we always say. Most men feel threatened by the success of women. I don't think most men feel threatened. It is how the woman, the personality of that woman. That is what we need to look at. It is not about the person being successful, because in any case, most men also want independent women. Most men don't want liabilities. So why should a man feel threatened because the woman is successful? It is an add-on. It is something that should make you proud, because you have a woman in your life who is able to do things that doesn't, become a liability to you. Because when you even read the Bible, the Proverbs 31 woman, the husband called her blessed. He was respected in the city because of the woman. So I don't think that it is a matter of a woman trying to downplay her success, but it is that the makeup of that woman that determines how a relationship will go. But it is not about what she has achieved in it entirely.
Before I go to my next question, when you say the makeup of the woman, what exactly
so what you see, mean? Women, my psychologist teacher said something. He said men marry hypogamously and women marry hypergamously. What it means is that in our cultural setting, men would always want to marry a woman lower than their social class. And women would always want to marry somebody they can, submit to. You need to marry somebody you are compatible with. So the personality or the makeup of this person, we are looking at what are her exposures, what are the experiences this particular woman has gone through, how is her personality. Is she the one who is always trying to make decisions for the man? Is she the one who is going to wrap things on the face of the man because I am successful, so I need to take the decision. There are roles, there are responsibilities when it comes to relationship, and each person knows where they fit. But in a situation where you don't know that this is a role for a man, and you want to use your power, you want to cross boundaries, then there is a problem. We all need to come to the point where we understand that there are roles. In any social setting, there are roles. Yeah. Kids have their roles. Mom, dad, they all have their roles to play. So as a woman, even the Bible, I would always use the Bible because that is the yardstick. God gave us mandates. And what was the mandate of the man? You are going to toil. You are going to till the land. You are going to sweat all the days of your life. And that is when you can have food on the table. The woman was to carry baby, go through pain for 9 months. So they are roles. Claire has roles. So we need to come to that point where we understand our roles. Once you know your role, I don't think that it should affect the masculinity of a man. A man shouldn't feel egoistic because he is making a woman feel less of a woman. I don't think that you need to downplay or trample upon someone in order for you to feel you are a man. That is not a man.
Okay. Queen, I'm coming to you. Now, like she said earlier, there are some social norms that has happened. It may not be a hard and fast rule. But then, like she said earlier, we have more women marrying men who are, or being with men, whether in a relationship or whether in marriage or not, who are of a higher social class than them, as just opposed to women. Now, my question to you is, would you marry a man who was lower in status than you or in success than you, just as the topic is? Though in our society, it's always looked the other way around. For you, would you do that?
It would depend. For me, it's not very much so about whether the person is successful or not, because the person could be successful but would not support to nurture your dreams and your aspirations and your ambitions. The person and somebody too may not necessarily be successful, but truly and honestly supports you and wants to see you thrive. So for me, I would go for any man that would see me thrive, and that's what's most important. And so if the man is more successful than me, but he's narcissistic, he's obsessive, he's possessive, and he wouldn't want to see me thrive, like she said, he would want to cow me so that it would feed his ego for him to feel masculine. I wouldn't want to be with such a person. However, if I'm with somebody who, like I said earlier, wants to see me thrive, but hasn't reached a certain threshold of what success may mean to me, but he's ambitious, he's equally ambitious, he's forceful, he has a foresight, and both of us, can support each other and complement each other into achieving, if not the same goal, but a similar goal, of course I'll be with that person.
Now, Margaret, you are married.
Yeah.
We will not go into your marriage, but we want to learn from you, just in progression with our discussion, that what are some of the things that as a woman, whether a young woman or another woman who wants to go into marriage, what are some of the things that we can look at to look out for in a man, especially for women who want to progress, who want to be independent, like we are discussing, who want to do things for themselves, and who also are in this society that at a point sometimes look at the woman some way because she's overly ambitious.
Yeah, all right. So for me as a person, what I am looking out for in a man, it's a man who has foresight. Is he a visionary leader? Because this is a man that you're going to submit to. So I am coming in as a helpmate. So if you don't have a vision, what kind of vision am I going to help you so that we can all climb towards that particular goal we want as a family? So one, a visionary leader is what I am looking out for. A man who has a sense of urgency. A sense of urgency in terms of not procrastinating. There are men, they don't really have any sense of direction. And so anything goes for them. So I'm looking out for somebody who is one leading a family towards a goal. How is his orientation? How is his thinking? You can get all through your communication with such a person. I'm looking out for a man who has a sense of humor. Sense of humor solves a lot of problems. There are some men you are in a relationship with, and they're so, I always say that,
like in the courtroom.
It's like a boss and a secondary kind of relationship. You get so tense. No, life is so simple. Let's not complicate ourselves. We want to have a relationship where we are all free to move, to smile at each other, to joke at the mistakes and critics of each other. You shouldn't be angry because your wife or your partner says something. We should just laugh off it and just move forward. So this is what I'm looking out for. Somebody who has empathy. Empathy. So the person can really come to the point and understand that you are a human being. You can make mistakes. You go through various stages of emotions. I understand you. We move. Not somebody who is always, it's all about me, self-centered. Everything is self-seeking. It is me, and not we. Then there is a problem. So right from the foundation of the relationship, you need to establish this. And it is through constant communication. Look at the people around him. If this person treats other women with disdain, then you know that he is not going to treat you anything better. If he talks to his mother, his siblings, feeling all pompous, then as for you, you are not going to have anything better. We mostly gloss over a lot of things because we are in love. We think that, oh, he is going to change because he loves me. No. A man who wants to change will change. It is not you. It is not because of your super love that is going to make him change for you. If he has decided to change, he will change. So these are the fundamentals of a relationship we need to look at. Somebody who is a visionary leader, who is leading you towards a particular direction. If you don't have a sense of direction, I don't think you'll be able to move out in a relationship with somebody like that.
Indeed, a man who is not decided to change, there's little you can do for him. We'll take a breather here. I'll be right back.
CJTV Studio has a professional ultra-modern television studio available for rentals. Our studio is equipped for the most demanding multi-camera productions of broadcasting quality. CJTV Studio is ready for use, and the rental price includes a technical crew, camera equipment, lighting, sound, and live video editing. We can also easily make live broadcasts on the internet. Rent our TV studio for your news bulletins, interviews, talk shows, fashion shows, webcasts, religious broadcasts, sports shows, and auditions. Contact CJTV Studio for appointments on the following numbers: 0302-220-715 or 0545-059-319.
CJTV, in partnership with the National Theatre, presents Miss Aquaba Fest 22. Are you 18 years and above? And do you have some knowledge about Ghana, our culture, and tourism? Get ready to participate in the maiden edition of the Miss Aquaba Fest, slated for Saturday, 6th August 2022 at the National Theatre, Accra. Auditions will take place on Friday 1st and Saturday 2nd July 2022 at the ultra-modern CJTV Studios at Bekala Paz, Accra. Hurry and register now at www.aquabafestivals.com or call 0245 200 401 or 0242 157 111 for all enquiries. Registration is free. Juicy prizes await the ultimate winner of Miss Aquaba Fest 22, 10,000 cedis cash, a fully loaded paid for one trip to Dubai plus pocket money, and also the opportunity to feature on the cover page of the Aquaba Fest 22 magazine. Register now to take part in this 4-week tourism reality show to crown the winner of the maiden edition of Miss Aquaba. Aquaba Festival 22 is brought to you under the auspices of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and powered by CJ Multimedia. Sponsors:
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in today, we are looking at should a woman downplay a success in order to keep a man. And I've been doing the discussion with Quinita and Margaret. I'm going back to Margaret. Before we left for the commercial break, we understood that if a man wants to change until he makes up his mind to,
yes,
there's very little you can do. But then I would want to ask, can a woman build up a man in any case? So in our earlier discussion, Quinn made it known that if she could find a man who was even lower than she is and was willing to climb up, she's ever willing to help. But can we build up a man?
Okay. So the question, can we build up a man? A man is a human being. In this context, what are you building the man for? Is it like you are trying to groom the man for yourself? Or you want to help a man? Do you understand? A man is a human being, who needs help. So what help can you offer this man without you thinking about what the future holds? You see, if we do things, it's the motive behind it, and the motive is not right. That is when it gets to a point and we crash, we get stuck, and we feel like we have been disappointed. But we need to get it right. I am helping him because he is at his wit's end, and I am in the position to help this person, not because I am cooking him up for myself. in that case, when he gets to the point where he thinks that, okay, you were not the kind of woman I wanted, you are not my class, or I wasn't in love with you, but because of what you did for me, sort of kind of a compensatory love, then okay, let me stick to him. But if the motive is just to help this person to get to that higher level you want him to be, then you don't have a problem when the relationship doesn't work out well.
But what is wrong if I want to groom him for myself?
If you want to groom him for yourself, it is not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
He
It's
should
not wrong,
believe.
but you should also know that there are repercussions. To everything, there are repercussions. So you groom him for yourself, yes. And now he gets to the point and he feels that, you know what? It is not because you groom him for yourself, that is why he is behaving like it is his nature. But you need something to trigger it. It is always said that you need to know a man or a woman when they have money. I mean, a poor man doesn't have anything than to be humble. What else will a poor man do? It's to be humble. So in that humility, you thought you were nurturing a giant, and now the person gets to that point. I have arrived, and now I am going to show you my true colors. There is nothing wrong with grooming somebody to take him for yourself. Like it is always said, nyame ma, nyame koko, nyame ma na ewie. You get it? That there's a true translation. So it is not wrong to groom somebody and keep him for yourself.
Yeah.
If you feel that you are in that position to help the person to, if it is maybe trade, the person wants, some people, they have business ideas. It is not necessarily taking the person to school. They are formal and informal education. And so if this person knows his interest, his talent, and wants to harness that one, you help that person with the right, capital, with the right connections. The person will be able to be on his feet. There are people who have never had a formal education, but they are called doctors and they are doing well. So you don't need classroom. I am sitting in the classroom being taught to know that this person has made it. There are vocations, there are technical skills people have, and they are making it. So if I see a greatness in him and I want to help him nurture it, it is not out of place. That is what I'll say.
Okay, Quinn, I'm coming to you. Staying on it. Maggie had earlier said, not that men are scared of women who are successful, but the personality. But some men also feel that the woman will just rub it in their face. What is rubbing in somebody's face? What does the woman do? Is it not just being herself? Because for some people, that's who they are. That's the orientation. They are not even seen as rubbing in your face. But when we say rubbing in somebody's face, the reason why some men are scared to approach successful women, so it's like she needs to downplay it. For me, that's a huge problem. Why she needs to downplay, because if it was him, he's not going to downplay it. So what would it mean to rub it in the man's face or in someone's face for that matter?
There's this Nigerian woman. She was the first finance minister for Nigeria. She's been married for so many years. And most people, everybody knows she's married and she has a family, but hardly does her husband have any identity at all whatsoever. I did a bit of reading about her, and it turns out that her husband is not a small person either. I mean, in fact, the kind of position and influence that the husband has outshines hers. I mean, it's much more bigger than hers, but he makes her shine because she's breaking glass ceilings, and he's proud of that. Do you get it? And this is a woman, from some of the things I've read and sound bites from a few interviews, and when she goes home, she's not Madam Minister. When she goes home, when she was heading the bank at the time, when she was a topmost bank manager, CEO and all that, she wasn't boss. When she gets home, she's nobody's boss. She's a wife and a mother. When she became a minister, when she gets home, she's not Madam Minister. When she got the World Bank appointment, when she comes home, she's Ngozi to her husband. She doesn't see herself like the diplomat that she is, or the status or the level that she has reached. And so with such a person, if you think about it, she knows her role when it comes to her work, her profession, her career. She knows her role. When she gets to work, she's boss. But when she's home, she's a wife, she's a mother. She doesn't lord her position at work over her husband. And her husband doesn't have to suppress her at home just so his ego would be fed. Do you understand? So both of them know the role they both play at home in their various capacities as a husband and a wife, or a father and a mother. However, you don't find that in some women. Do you get it? I don't want to say most women because it sounds controversial.
Yeah, because on what statistical.
Yes, So you don't find that trait in some women. Some women, just the mere fact that she's a boss at work, wants to lord it over her husband at home. You may even find situations or circumstances where they both probably work in the same industry. She is the boss and he reports to her. When she comes home, she forgets that even though she's the boss at work, at home, the roles have turned. He is the husband, she is the wife. But simply because she earns more and she is the boss, she wants him to know that, yes, I earn more and I'm the boss. Sometimes they may not even work in the same environment, but she basically just earns more than him and she would lord it over him. And when you see, sometimes some women would let the man know that it is because of me you are who you are. This, it is because of me you've attained this status. It is because of I've always said that no matter how lowly a man is, okay, the least thing, and if I say lowly in the sense that I'm not saying it in a demeaning way, but I'm saying even in the lack of opportunities, even if he's very poor, okay, the last thing he ever wants to be touched is his ego. No man wants his ego to be touched. I'm not saying that we should kowtow or we should be subservient, no. But I'm saying that it is how some women per character carry themselves when they are with men of a lowly status than they are. So you find out that men find it a bit difficult to want to be with it. Like she said, her psychologist said that men like to marry down and women like to marry up. And that's one of the reasons, if you look at the reason why men marry down and women marry up, it even applies in age. Men like to marry somebody who is younger than them, okay, or in terms of status, they are higher than the person. Even if they're of the same level in terms of profession, career, or whatever, there is something about him that makes him a step above his woman or his wife. And women would also always want to be with a man who is a step or two higher than them, because then she will willingly, without question, willingly submit. She will willingly be in that role of a wife, understand her role of a wife. I hope
I beg to differ. Don't you think, like she had said earlier, I think for me, for maybe per experience and for some women that I've spoken with, those that tend to willingly give off it may not necessarily because the man is older, but it's because the man shows vision, he shows leadership, he shows direction. So you know that we have a course, so you willingly follow. Otherwise, you could be older if you're not showing vision, if you're not showing any leadership. I am there thinking, now where are the member going? That kind of a thing.
So let me give you an example. You see, when you are in a home and you have siblings, right? Even though there'll be sibling rivalry, fights here and there and stuff like that, okay. The older sibling always has an automatic respect accorded to him or her from the younger sibling.
Is it automatic?
You see, I don't want us to go into the dynamics of when we all become adults and life happens and stuff like that. I'm talking about the natural, like the natural cause, because
no, as a child,
if we want to go there, we can have that conversation. No, but I'm saying that when you look at the natural, the natural cause,
natural at which point? Because even natural at each point has its own dynamics. So for instance, you would, like, I once met a guy, and you would always, it's like you see the end before he sees it. Always.
Yeah.
It is fine that sometimes you would see then but if I always see the end before you see it, I am above you.
You are above intellectually.
It will be difficult to submit.
Yeah.
That's why the submission is to your own person. Yes.
Yeah. So my husband, it's somebody that before you think he has thought, he is always ahead in terms of his thinking. So when it comes to the session, when I am just dragging my feet and my personality, I'm the one, I just jump at things, he will cool down. And once he has not given you a go ahead, it means that he is not at peace. He is the sole decision when it comes to, he's the head, and the ultimate repercussion of your decision rests upon him. So once he has not given you the green light, you don't move. And there are times that he also trusts you to lead a family. So there are points in our lives where, let me just give a clear-cut example. So when there's Men's Gold, issue, and TCL, they came into the market, and everybody was just running there. At that point, I was the savior of the family. You understand? And there are points that I don't even know that the kids, that there's a problem with their social development, and he quickly picks it up. Meanwhile, you have not noticed that there's a change. He is always ahead. I can't submit to somebody who is not smart, who is intellectually, you are so smart. Women, the reason why women go very fast. That is why you need a man who is some way higher in thought and has a high sense of direction.
Yeah.
So if you don't have somebody who is always looking out for the direction the family is going to or the relationship pattern is going, then you are going to have issues.
Yeah, you are doomed from the beginning.
So we're talking of rubbing it on the face. So a clear-cut example is, okay, because I have the money, I decide that, you know what, I just get out, I'm going on a vacation. Whether you agree or not, I'm going to Dubai, and that's it. So it tells you, it doesn't show respect to the relationship. Okay, because I have the money, by the time you come from, I have already made the bookings, packed my things, and I'm out of the house. You don't have a say. You don't give the person the opportunity to have a say in the relationship. You want to change the schools of your children.
Yeah.
You want to change their school because you have the means. It's not because, okay, what are they benefiting? Why do you want to change the school? Is that something which is not going, let's weigh the pros and cons. in taking these children from this school to this particular school? Is it because, okay, this is an international school? Is it because they have the best of teachers? What is their track record? No, I have the money. I can afford. So before you say Jack, I have already gone to make changes, make admission processes, and the kids are gone. Before you realize they're already in school. And you are thinking, how does this happen? It is rubbing it on the face because you have what it takes. You understand?
Of doing that a lot. And so that is where it comes back to the point that men, not that men are scared or feel intimidated, but it is because sometimes when women find themselves in a position that is higher than the man, they tend to lord it over the man, forgetting their roles. So a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and I've always said this: what a man does is, a woman cannot do everything a man does. So if we can respect our roles and women can acknowledge men for who they are, be it physiologically or whatever, okay, we would have. It wouldn't be so much of an issue if a woman is of a certain standard and she goes for somebody or a man who is a level or two below her standard, or perhaps it wouldn't be much of a big deal finding men also aspiring to be with women that are higher than them, rather than being with women that are lower than them. And for me, I think that even though we are not ready to have that conversation, but yes, we are not ready to have that conversation because, you see, the advent of feminism has twisted a lot of things. Yeah. And we are not ready to have that conversation. Honestly, we are not ready to have that conversation. And so in the absence of that conversation, if women would admit, I'm talking about those women that, like you said, lord themselves over men or rub it in their face. If those women would have an introspection and begin to realize that the role of a man in my life, regardless of whether I am socially higher than him or by status or wealth or success, I'm higher than him or not, his role in my life ought to be respected. Okay, then we wouldn't have that problem of women having to, having to lower themselves or lower their standards. It would be perfectly okay for a woman to marry a man who is lower than him, just as it's perfectly okay for men to marry women that are lower than them. Yeah.
I think for all of us, what we actually need to learn most is that gender roles are different. I think for a lot of people, we have lumped gender roles everywhere in the world, but it is not. So gender roles is society specific. It's society specific. And that's something we all should learn. So gender roles in Ghana is way different from gender roles in Nigeria. It's different from gender roles in the UK. It's different from gender roles in the US. And just like you're saying, conversation we don't want to have. So most of these so-called feminists who are not practicing even feminism to start with.
We don't even understand what feminism is.
Just pick gender roles in, say, in the USA and want to situate it in Ghana. It doesn't work. We are females, we are males, we are men, we're women, but our gender roles is society.
See, even regardless of the society, across race, across tribe, across religion, across education background, across career, across everything, there is a fundamental ideology, or there is this fundamental base of gender roles, and it cuts across everywhere.
Not every.
Yeah.
It's cut up.
Not every. There's this I forgot there's this African country where the woman has 7 husbands.
Yes.
And she
Yes.
is the man.
And she is the man. And,
She
and
is the
the woman is paying the bride price.
I've heard about
Yes.
this. Even though they practice polyandry, like for instance,
No, for
even
her, she is
I'm
the
coming.
man.
I'm coming. For instance, Nigeria, for Indians, is the woman who pays the dowry. However, after the marriage, even though she paid the man's dowry, she moves into the man's family and takes up the role as the wife, and the man is the provider for the family.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in that community you spoke about, right? She marries 7 husbands. They practice polyandry. However, she's not the one who goes to farm or goes to make money and bring to the men. It is the men who go out and make the money and bring home to take care of her. And because they practice polyandry, when she gives birth, okay, you cannot tell if this is this person's child or if this is this person's. So the children are assigned according to the seniority of the husband. Do you get it? So that's why I'm saying that regardless of the society, when it comes to gender roles, there is a fundamental base that applies to us all, regardless your race, your tribe, your educational background, your religion. It's a fundamental base.
And what is that fundamental?
The fundamental base is that the man is the provider, okay, and the woman is either the, let's say, the helpmeet or the nurturer or the one who takes care of her home. And that is fundamental.
Societies, they are not.
No, you see,
we shouldn't get it twisted.
yes, you see, it is. We have different scenarios. We have 1 or 2 scenarios where men have become house husbands and the women have become the income earners. That is different. That is individual decisions that couples have made. But I'm saying that generally, when you look at the fundamental base of what family is across every society, it is the man who is the provider, is the woman who is the nurturer. Every other thing is secondary. Every other thing is secondary.
In conclusion, Margaret, what are we concluding today's discussion to be? Whether the woman should actually downplay, is there a need for her to downplay her success, just so that she can be able to keep a man?
Yeah, so I think that no woman should undermine her success just because she wants to be with a man. If the relationship will work, it will work. You don't need to, it's like being an imposter, thinking of something, I am successful, and that's it. I don't think I need to, try to cut down corners, try to talk like, okay, I'm a humble girl, for you to know that, oh, she's humble, so let me go into a relationship with her. If you met somebody and you vibe, you're compatible, you know the direction of your relationship, you have a communication, there's no communication barrier, and you are good. Depending on whoever you are, it is not about how successful a man is. Because a man can be a professor, and if he doesn't have sense, he doesn't have sense.
That's true.
So just it is the person, the personality of the person, not all other things are just add-ons. They are just add-ons. You are going to have a relationship with a human being, not titles. So once you know that this person is somebody I can spend my life with, somebody we can make something, good out of each other, you go on. There's no point in undermining yourself just because you want to please a human being.
Well, you said you're very much answer. One thing another person told me, one reason why you need that, and in another explanation of submission to a man, is that when you should go out with your husband and a decision is to be made, and you do not have the luxury of going home to think about it, you trust your decision to his. There's all worried you won't answer.
Yeah.
No my answer because I bet kakra count. So my answer. So he gives a good decision for the both of you and your family as well. Your final words, Nita.
For me, I think that even if you, as a woman, you marry somebody who is of your status or higher than your status, it is imperative on you as a woman to submit, just as the man is to love you. But don't be subservient. It is the same way that if you marry somebody who is lower than you have to submit to the person, but don't be subservient. However, I think that because there has been the misconstruction between submission and being subservient, I'm saying a lot, forgive me, you have some women who do not buy into the thought of submission. And so when they are with a man that they find themselves to be of a higher status than the man, then, like we said earlier, they rub it in, or they tend to impose those or lord those things over the man. And for me, I think that it's also, in a way, okay, prevents men from wanting to be with women that are of a certain status that is higher than they are. So for me, that's it. But however, no woman should lower herself for, no woman should compromise on herself for a man, regardless.
No woman should compromise herself for anyone. For whatever decision you decide to make, just know that you are you're the only person responsible for its consequences. So make decisions that makes you happy, that puts you in the right place, that makes you enjoy your relationship. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what society will say, you are the only one who is going to stay with whoever that you choose. So have some principles. Make sure that you align with them. But at the end of the day, so thank you so much, Koinita.
My pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you. Margaret, thank you so much. It's been wonderful having you ladies right here. So thank you so much for sticking and staying with us. It's been a wonderful discussion. My name is Sapoma. I've been your host. And I want to say a very big thank you to Mommy AC for this wonderful makeup. You can follow her on Instagram, Prissy_Mommy_AC, and book a session with her. I'll be expecting you on my next episode right here on Unscripted Series.
CJ TV Studio has a professional ultra-modern television studio available for rentals. Our studio is equipped for the most demanding multi-camera productions of broadcasting quality. CJ TV Studio is ready for use, and the rental price includes a technical crew, camera equipment, lighting, sound, and live video editing. We can also easily make live broadcast on the internet. Rent our TV studio for your news bulletins, interviews, talk shows, fashion shows, webcast, religious broadcasts, sports shows, and auditions. Contact CJ TV Studio for appointments on the following numbers: 0302-220-715 or 0545-059-319.
Do you need a place to hold an event or a place to lodge? Joe's Place, located on the West Hills near New Botiano, Accra, is the place for you.
You are welcome to Joe's Place.
We have a state-of-the-art event center fully equipped with lighting, LED display screens, and sound system. You can hold your live events, live musical concerts, wedding receptions, birthday parties, and church services at our event center. Our wedding reception package includes free decoration of the 200 seating capacity hall. We also provide wedding chairs, tables and covers, flower stands, couple chairs, wedding backdrops. Our 18-bedroom guest house has standard rooms which can be used by 1 or 2 visitors. We provide restaurant services for our guests. You can locate Joe's Place at Red Top, New Botiano, Accra, just some few minutes drive from the West Hills Mall. please call 0302 961 906.
CJTV, in partnership with the National Theatre, presents Miss Aquaba Fest 22. Are you 18 years and above? And do you have some knowledge about Ghana, our culture and tourism? Get ready to participate in the maiden edition of the Miss Aquaba Fest, slated for Saturday 6th August 2022 at the National Theatre, Accra. Auditions will take place on Friday 1st and Saturday 2nd July 2022 at the ultra-modern CJTV Studios at Bekala Paz, Accra. Hurry and register now at www.aquabafestivals.com or call 0245 200 401 or 0242 157 111 for all enquiries. Registration is free. Juicy prizes await the ultimate winner of Miss Aquaba Fest 22, 10,000 cedis cash, a fully loaded paid for one trip to Dubai plus pocket money, and also the opportunity to feature on the cover page of the Aquaba Fest 22 magazine. Register now to take part in this 4-week tourism reality show to crown the winner of the maiden edition of Miss Aquaba. Aquaba Festival 22 is brought to you under the auspices of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and powered by CJ Multimedia. Sponsors:
This is the time to arise and build a better future. My name is Jiffajarina. I come your way with Youth Express right here on CJTV. Join me as we discuss critical issues, economic issues, and more right here on the show. Be part of this great developmental show, and together, trust me, we will build a better Ghana.
Right.